Show you how this goes down in Louisiana. They call this the sportsman's paradise for a reason.
Today I'm fishing with Anthony Mackie, and I heard he fishes.
It always makes me feel good to outfish another person I know, and he's going down.
I got fish coming at you, Tom. Maybe like 10 o'clock, like 25 feet. Go a little bit right and drop it. Right there.
In my senior year, I did King Lear, and I played Edmund. So at the end of the play, when I died, all the girls jumped up and said, "Anthony, no!" And at that moment, I was like, yes, yeah, I think I'm gonna do this.
So tell me about this pot of meat.
That's the Lord's caviar.
I see. You got a fish? Nice.
You want me to show you how to eat it?
Anything that starts out mechanically separated, I don't think you should eat.
Something up there. Got a huge black drum tailing right here, man.
I live here in New Orleans, so the idea of Hollywood and everything that goes on there is still foreign to me, and I like to keep it that way. You can't do this in LA.
Nice.
I'm Tom Colicchio, and I'm in the food business. From restaurants to reality TV. My true passion is fishing. No matter the size of the catch, I always love a good fight.
There you go.
And on my show, we've always got something or someone on the hook. This is Hooked Up.
We're about 45 minutes south of New Orleans in Hopedale. So we're out here in the marsh. I've fished a lot in Florida, but not Louisiana, no. I've always wanted to come and fish. It's flats fishing like you find, in a lot of different parts. Fishing for different species, fishing for redfish, maybe some trout. I'm very excited about fishing with Captain Greg. It's nice to see that he actually prefers to fly fish, which is great. Although the wind today might be a little difficult, but it looks like he really knows what he's doing. So if you just get that damn boat in the water, it'll be all right. Today I'm fishing with Anthony Mackie. We met a couple years ago at a party, one of those LA parties. It was a lot of fun. And, I heard he fishes. I don't know. A lot of people say they fish, but there's fishing and then there's fishing. But I've heard he fished.
I've been fishing all my life, literally. When I was a kid, my mom used to take me fishing. And once I got in middle school and high school where I could go places on my own, I would take my bike on the bayou every day here in New Orleans and go fishing after school for an hour or two. Down here is pretty much brackish water fishing. You have a lot of trout, speckled trout and white trout. You have a lot of flounder, but mostly it's a type of fish known as the drum. Like if you ever eat artificial crab meat, that's drum. There's redfish, which is a type of drum, just a flakier white meat of a drum. So mostly when people go out, they go out for redfish, speckled trout, and drum. Louisiana is shaped like a boot. Right now, we're headed towards the toe of the boot. A lot of swamplands, marshes. It's unlike the city, but at the same time, you're 20, 30 minutes outside the city. I've known Tom for some time now. I met him in 2010, the year Hurt Locker was up for all the Oscars at the night before party. And it always makes me feel good to outfish another person I know, and he's going down. So most likely today, I'm gonna have to hook some fish and give him my rod so he'll be able to reel in some big fish. What happened?
What's up?
Come on, man.
Where you been?
How's it going, Ed?
What's up, man? How's it going, man?
Yeah.
Let's go fishing.
Now, do you fish or is this just a myth?
Are you serious? I have a hook on my hat.
Yeah, that's not a problem, is it?
All right, let's
get in here. Let's get
Let's do it. Show you how this goes down in Louisiana. They call this the sportsman's paradise for a reason.
So what do you think? Conditions are okay today?
Yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of wind, some clouds, but we're gonna get out there and fish some points and see if we can't get on some redfish.
Redfish?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. There's been plenty of fish around, so should have some good success. We're gonna come fish this Mississippi River Gulf outlet. We've got to take the back route all the way around to get there. Once we hit open water, we're gonna head south, fish some of these protected waters back in here, some shallow ponds.
Drum or redfish, I would have to say redfish. It's a flakier fish, and it's more fun to catch. Let's get a lot of water. It should be some fish.
Ton of water. endless amounts of water out here.
It's like 5 feet deep over here, huh?
I don't think it's that deep.
Those fish are gonna be somewhere in this zone.
There's something moving out there.
Hopefully there's some redfish in some of these shallow bays. We can try and do some sight fishing with Tom with the fly rod.
That's it. That's the cast. You hit him on the head. It's not fair. What the hell, man?
There's one out there.
What happened? What happened there, Ed?
I guess I'm here to feed the
What
fish.
happened?
Huh?
You're feeding the multitudes.
I'm a giver, not a taker. I'm about to lose a shrimp.
Who doesn't like a little shrimp? I'd eat that.
All right. Anybody hungry? Call me Black Jesus. I feed the multitude. That's what I do. Eminem or Tupac, I would definitely have to say Tupac, because Eminem is kind of like a descendant of Tupac. His verses, his rhyme schemes, everything. So Tupac, 100%.
So you grew up in New Orleans?
Yeah, I grew up fishing, and I love it, man. When I was a kid, you know, my mom was raised in, you know, St. Francisville, West Feliciana, Louisiana, and she grew up on a farm. So when she moved to the city and had us, every day we would go out and fish. My uncle would take me fishing every weekend. Every day after school, I would go fishing. We fished about 10 minutes outside the city, this little place called Bayou Bienvenue. It's like this, but it's literally right outside the city. You have to fight your way out there.
You gotta fight your way out there.
Yeah, it get wild in
Rough
there
neighborhood. When did you know you wanted to be an actor?
When I was a kid, I was inquisitive. Some people might call it troubled, but I was inquisitive.
You were the class clown?
Pretty much, yeah. But in a good way. Yeah. So I auditioned for this program here called NOCA. I got in, and my senior year I did this play. I did King Lear, and I played Edmund, so I died at the end of the play. And I was pretty well known by people around the city. I was a pretty popular guy. So at the end of the play, when I died, all the girls jumped up and said, "Anthony, no!" And at that moment, I was like, yes, yeah, I think I'm gonna do this. And that was it. After that, I went away to North Carolina, then I went to Juilliard.
And that was it?
That was it. That was it. I never looked back.
Somewhere, I think I saw it. You were talking about growing up in there's a rough neighborhood, and your dad used to pay people to beat you up.
My dad used to give people $5 to beat me up. He's like, you gotta learn how to be the man. You gotta learn how to fight. So I'm like, well, we can do this through conversation. And he was like, no, you gotta fight. So every time I left the house, I had to duke it out for $5.
And how many times did you duke it out before you finally won?
Ooh, it was a while. But once I started winning, I was on a roll. That when nobody wanted to fight me. So
when was the last fight you had?
Embarrassingly enough, last year.
Really?
Last year. I was in LA having a good time, and this girl bumps into me. So I'm like, whoa, you all right? And she's like, take your hands off of me. And I'm like, nah, you're drunk. You need some help. Stop it. So then the dude comes over, and he's like, what you doing to my girl? And I'm like, man, listen, calm down. I'm trying to help your girl out. Get your hands off her.
That was that.
That was it. I won, though. I did the thing, though, and I took him down. Yeah. Cut off oxygen until he stopped.
How much money did your dad pay that girl?
I got fish coming at you, Tom. Maybe like 10 o'clock, like 25 feet. Go a little bit right and drop it. Yep, okay, go right 3 feet now. And just drop it. Don't shoot any line. Leave it. Little bump. Bump. Go again, a little closer. Shot was perfect. Just kind of T-boned him when you stripped it.
Something was right here. Went that way.
We're here bullshitting away. Fish are in front of us.
The fish are under the boat.
Damn fish. You never thought you had to move to LA?
No. I'm deathly afraid of LA.
Really?
And every time I go to LA, because it's not real. It's not reality. You know, it's like, you can't do this in LA.
Don't miss any of my adventures. Hit the subscribe button.